So, you're here to work on the new avatar dynamics system for VRchat, which include the PhysBones. Fantastic, right? Should be, right? Well, as you've noticed, there are some avatars out there, public and private, that have a slight problem. Yeah, it would be the hair floating. As you can see, the hair does start to float. And hopefully I'll be able to explain why for you right now. Okay, so now that we're in here, we're in Unity. We're going to be using this avatar as our base. You're going to notice that it still uses dynamic bone colliders or the dynamic bone systems. And if you go into the VRchat SDK, you are going to notice that there is involving the auto conversion system. This avatar uses deprecated dynamic bone components upgraded to PhysBones to guarantee future compatibility. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click auto fix, and we're going to go ahead and proceed, and it's going to do all of that. And all of this has officially changed, and it really wonks out a lot of the things because of PhysBones calculate everything differently than dynamic bones did. So this is going to be an utter mess. And where everyone's having their problems is actually up here with the floating hair. It has everything to do with all of your collisions. So you're going to look and you're going to inspect all of your collisions. So say the first and primary one that everyone's going to notice is your hair. So you're going to go to spine, chest, let's see, neck, head, and all of these. So say the front hair, and here's the PhysBones script for it. And let's see, animated, okay. And let's see, front hair. Let's do PhysBone script. Two, hair L, PhysBone script. Okay, so here's the PhysBone script for all of them. And you're going to look at the overall, let's see, ignore transforms. So they all ignore the transforms for now. Let's see, momentum, stiffness. You don't really need to mess with all these. You can. It'll affect how they move around. Just leave the momentum at 0.8, gravity and their fall off. You can change them to make them a little bit more rigid or less rigid or anything of that sort. But this is the one you're looking for right here. So we're going to go ahead and turn. We're going to look. And this is why all of them are, why all the hair is floating. If you look here, the collider on the PhysBone is this giant thing. So let's say, if we do that, we can shrink it down. So 0, 1. What if we change it to, say, 0, 0, 1? Now it's a little stick. But let's go ahead and look at the back hair. Look at that. The translation for it, which all of these bones here in the back, when we're only looking at this hair bone, the right hair piece back here, and its collision radius is 0.04 is what it's listed as. That's still, it's quite large. So let's change it to, say, 0, 1 or 1. And that there is going to change its radius and collision because every piece of hair here, every one of these are going to collide with each other now. Rather than just one object, they're all being commanded to have a collision with each other, so they all start spreading out and floating because they're all colliding with each other at every single possible location. So the collisions for these need to be shrunk down. The radius on collision need to be shrunk significantly to, let's go ahead and keep it at like 1. And honestly, it's going to make it look like it's going to be able to just very easily slip over the shoulder or anything like that. It'll be able to bump against each other and then flip around. But if the collision is the exact same as the hair itself, because now it's covering the entirety of the hair and not the bone at the center. It now covers the entire object and makes it simpler. So you're going to have to shrink down your collision bones. And another thing is even with the head itself. So the head has a collision in there. So if you go to the head, you're going to see everything that is being affected by it. Its radius is 0.08 or 0.08, and it's a little bit outside of the face. So the hair here, like the sideburns, are also going to come up to about here, right here, where the hair comes in contact with the actual collider. So if you were to change this, say, to 0.07, it's a very minute change, but every little bit amounts to something. So now you've got this green bone here, or green collider, is now no longer going to be colliding with the hair collider, but every one of these is going to have to be changed. And like I said, did here the collision was 0.01. I changed everything to just 0.01, and it made it a lot better. And so change everything to 0.01, and I'll show you the exact difference right now. All right, well, here we are. We have officially put every one of the hair pieces or all of the colliders at 0.001 for all the collisions. And as you can see here, this is kind of what it will do to the hair. It's still a little bit iffy. As you can see, it will collide with the back. So everything needs to be adjusted. Everything is going to affect it. So the collider in the torso, the head, neck, and the hands are going to be what's necessary to get it working. But the hair is no longer floating around because they no longer collide with each other. That's precisely what was going on. Every piece of hair was colliding with each other's colliders because the colliders now work with the whole object itself rather than the bone itself. So every PhysBone will look at the object and not the inside bone. Everyone's going to have to shrink down all of their colliders. It's going to take some time. From there, well, let's see what all the developers do. But that's what I wanted to show you. Everything's at 0.001 on the hair itself, 0.07 on the head, and the torso would also need editing as well, which I have not gotten to because I only needed to demonstrate that the collision with the hair is precisely because of those reasons. From here, we will continue. Thank you. So now that you understand these, if you're a developer, you'll be able to easily ascertain exactly which colliders you need to correct, which ones you need to shrink down or even eliminate entirely. And remember, Quest users have a maximum number of colliders and bones they can use. So if you want them to be cross-platform compatible, you will need to reduce the number for the Quest users. Have fun creating, and other users who are using public avatars, please be patient with the avatar creators as they start rolling this new update out for everyone. By that I mean just let them do their work and updating their avatars for you. It's going to take time because we already know 2.0 avatars still exist out there while we're using 3.0. In the meantime, everyone, enjoy what you have. Use any avatar that does have all of their physics fixed, their colliders fixed and everything like that. Not even this one's completely fixed. Look at this. I had to literally stiffen the base here because I need to learn how the bone in the ponytail works. So in the meantime, just a little more work and then we're back in business. And of course, getting my controller replaced because I can't give you a thumbs up anymore on the right hand. In the meantime, so long, everyone. Good luck with the avatars.